Ciao guys, welcome to Sentiamo la Terra. Today we're going to make ceramic bells like this one that I show you before we start getting into the process. This is how it's going to look. Very rustic and imperfect with a lot of texture, so we can use beautiful glaze later. So at first we are going to prepare the clay by wedging it a bit and shape it into a ball form. You can just roll it smoothly with the palm of your hand on the table. The size doesn't matter. You can decide how small or large you want to have it. Now we use a thumb to create a hole into the ball and work it from inside out with the so-called pinching technique. We do this to thin the walls of our ceramic bell, so we create the typical shape, as you can see. You can use your senses and feel how thick or thin you want your ceramic bell to be. The thickness of your ceramic bells depend on how you want them to design later. Use thicker walls to do stronger carvings and thin the walls more out when you like to have fine lines and lighter bells. Feel also the bottom of your bell base, where we will place the hole for the hanging, and thin it a bit out. In addition, for the hanging of our ceramic bells, and also to create more details, so we can have this typical sound of the ceramic bell, we create some beads in different shapes and forms, how we like it. What we need to do is also to make some holes in every bead, so we can put them on the card later. I use brushes, sticks and pens for this, and you can choose whatever you have at home. For the next step, the design of our bells, we have to wait a few hours or overnight to get the clay in the so-called leather hard state. This is a bit tricky and you have to figure it out by yourself using your senses. I recommend waiting around 2 hours before you get started with the carving. If you need more time, try to cover the clay with paper and a plastic bag so it doesn't dry out too much. Now that our bells are leather hard, we start with the carvings. You can use metal tools or knives, wooden sticks, whatever you find in your home. Try out different things for this. In my next video, I will show you ways of using tools that you can find in nature. So this bell I carved very loose on thick walls with a metal tool. But you can also do it with a knife to create a beautiful edgy texture. And now you can carve your design as you wish. Try out different tools and ideas. Let it be loose to create a rustic and unique look. Wait until the clay is dry, maybe a few hours or a day, and then do some refining of your lines with a toothpick and brush away the overlapping material. After that, you can use a wet sponge to smoothen your carvings. Let's carry on with our beads. We are carving again with different tools to create an interesting texture that will give them a rustic look. Alright, these were our first steps into the making of ceramic bells. We see each other again after the first firing of these pretty pieces. Then I can show you the process of refining, glazing, and also our ready-made ceramic bells for decoration. In the meantime, I would be grateful if you give me some feedback about this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to use the comments or send me an email. I'm happy to help you out. See you soon at Santiamo la Terra!